What's up, world? Welcome to the Speedy Show, man. Y'all like sports? I like sports. Cool, man. I'm gonna talk about some sports for y'all. Y'all like money? I like money. Bet. We're gonna go win some bets, man. Let's get going, man. Come with me, man. Let's take a trip.
Let's get it. Check. Woo. I'm about to cash a check. What else? I'm about to smash the bet. I'm whipping from right to left. Check. I'm about to cash a check. What else? I'm feeling like Busta Rhymes. I think I might break your neck. Pay respect. Check. I'm about to cash a check. What else? I'm about to smash the bet. I'm whipping from right to left. Check.
Welcome back, everybody. We're on the 4th episode of the Speedy Show. We are doing the recap of Game 3. Boston is giving Golden State their own shellacking tonight. And, it's looking like it's going to be a long, interesting series. Boston bounced back. They had some reserve. They pushing my picks to like 1-2 on the money line so far in this series. I'm looking a little shaky. I'm hitting player props right now, but I'm not hitting the games. The games are good though. I mean, it's looking real competitive. I'm going to go ahead and introduce who we got today, our guest. Of course, with me on my screen is my bro, J-Star606. I got Rolando J going this way in this window. And I got Earl the GOAT coming off 6 bets that was on fire tonight, including a parlay that cashed at like 7 minutes in the third quarter. Almost halftime. All it needed was a Marcus Smart rebound to cash at halftime. That's pretty. If that's the odds that you're looking for, you need to come pay attention. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw it to J Star right now, my bro James, because he's feeling himself right now. He predicted the Boston win tonight. He's one of the Bostonians that's got him in 6. So I'm gonna let him go ahead and talk about what he saw tonight. And how'd you think Boston ended up pulling it out?
Well, first off, shout out to my Boston juice, even though it ain't green. But Boston had a beautiful night, a very beautiful night. Tatum and Brown stepped up and played both. They both played well in the same game. This finals, I was waiting for that. I've been waiting for that. I mean, not that they haven't been playing well, but this game was very spectacular. I mean, Marcus Smart did a great job coming in, stepping up. He had 2 points the last game, and that's just, you can't let that happen. You gotta, like as I said before, you can have more than 2 points. Come on, you gotta take it to him. Marcus Smart was aggressive. He drove the ball. He got to the paint.
Smart at 24 tonight.
He had 24. I think we had 52 points in the paint. We had 15 points off turnovers. I believe it was
17.
17. Okay, I was 2 off. And I just off the top of the dome because I'm watching the game and it's like, man, we played great. I think we Curry and Thompson had a good game. It wasn't enough because the Boston Celtics is the greatest defensive team. And
did they?
It was just spectacular, man. I really enjoyed the game. Robert Williams,
Time Lord,
played good.
Shout out Time Lord.
He played good. Hustle, the boards.
He makes
the
a
blocks,
big defense.
The blocks.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I mean, he makes a big difference. Yeah.
I mean, oh my God.
Every time he's in the game, he takes the middle of the lane out.
It's like you can't get nothing on him at certain times. It's like it's just amazing how they play team defense. They got the ball. They moved the ball well, and I think the guys that Hal Horford and Smart and the other guy stepped up. So I got Boston winning this next game in Boston. I mean, it's just too much to handle. It's just too much.
I'm not so sure about that. That's a lot. So there we go out on a limb again. From game to game, it changes.
Well, I told you, they stole that first game in Golden State.
That was a good one.
Now that right there, that set them up to win the series. I'm gonna tell you why, because they won the next game and Golden State won that next game, right? Well, now we're going to Boston. Yeah, they haven't been so good in their home court in the whole playoffs. They haven't been that good at their home court. But I'm gonna tell you what, this is the finals. They're not gonna let that happen. That stadium is, man, it is loud. I mean, I couldn't even hear. I mean, it was loud, man.
Yeah, it's hard to hear calls and whistles, but I don't see anything that makes me think that the Warriors won't make an adjustment. Go, what you think about Clay tonight?
I feel like everybody keeps saying that Clay ain't built for this no more. Clay ain't that no more. Shooters go through slumps. Shooters shoot, and that's what he did tonight. He didn't give up. He didn't fade away from what he's been doing. He just connected with a couple more shots. So I think this is the Clay that we have always seen. We've seen flashes of it every game. This is the Clay we've missed for when he missed those 2 years. It's the Clay we all need. It's Clay play. This is the Clay that Golden State needed. They needed him to show out tonight. They needed him to score 20 plus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he played as well as he could have.
He played pretty dang good.
He played pretty good through 3 quarters.
But that whole Warriors team did not play good in the fourth quarter. They used all their energy and despair to try to get back into the game, and it took them way too long in the third quarter to get back in the game. Right. Even though they outscored them. I think it was like 30-11, or it was something. It's something crazy. I was gonna say, I don't know if you got the box score.
I got the box score. I'm popping it up right now.
Because they took the lead there for a minute late in the third quarter.
The Warriors.
Okay.
It was a 23-11 difference in the fourth.
Yeah. So it's just like they took too long to come back. They got wore out, and then when that fourth quarter started, they just wasn't ready for them. They just wasn't ready for fourth quarter Boston. In every single game of the playoffs this year, fourth quarter Boston ain't a team to play.
It's not a team to play with.
Rolando, what you think about Boston in the fourth?
Boston is not going to win the game 4. Okay, we know that. We all know that. Everybody watching know that. Like I said, it's going to be a game 7. Steve Kerr going to make some adjustments. You got to get used to that Boston environment. I agree with James. It was loud. Throws you off. Coming in from a 3-hour difference from where you coming from and stuff like that. So, shout out to Marcus Smart, delivering. Shout out to Al Horford coming back from a game where he only scored 2 points and being a impact player. If anything, I felt like Al Horford really, carried Boston to the win. Jason Tatum and all, Brown, they did what they needed to do and stuff like that. I just feel like the officials weren't playing with green today. They was calling everything. They was on point and stuff like that. It's different from a Golden State, home game that compared to a Boston home game. But we knew that was coming.
Right. Right.
Yeah, we knew that was coming from the beginning of the game, from the hoop adjustments and stuff like that. I mean, we can get into all that stuff. But Boston came out with the win. It wasn't a significant win. I feel like it was just it was a couple bad plays called, couple turnovers, couple forced shots that caused Boston. They only won by 16 points compared to the last game where they got blown out by 31 points. But different environment. I'm just thinking that Steve Kerr is gonna go back to the locker room. He's gonna adjust his game plan, and we'll see on Friday.
In game 3, or game 2, the Warriors only end up winning by 19, but most of the comeback was in garbage time. When they pulled the starters, they was up 30.
Right.
Yeah, but go ahead. No, I was just going to say, I want to push back on Boston being so great in the fourth quarter. And I also want to push back on the Warriors got tired. It wasn't fatigue. Steph had 3 turnovers to start the fourth. Don't bank on that. Another thing is I'm not buying the Clay. Clay played a solid game. In the fourth quarter, Steph, Clay, Dre, and Poole played terrible. Where is Poole at? He's not even the same dude from the Maverick series, and he started fading ever since the Denver series. Each playoff series from here for him going forward, Memphis, Dallas, and now up to Boston. he's getting less and less effective.
The pool got infested.
Well, it's not
You're saying they didn't clean
just
the pool
what
out.
Boston is doing. It's his decision making on top of it. Yeah, they're getting up into him. They're not giving him no space. But Tatum played pretty bad through 3 quarters. He played okay. He was missing a lot of shots. He was missing a lot of bunnies. They were D'ing him up. The Warriors also controlled the 3rd quarter like no other. And I don't see anything that stops that from happening. Boston has lost a game at home in every series except the series where they swept Brooklyn, and they're the only team that got swept in the postseason. So I would just say Boston's offense don't flow that well all the time. They have to replicate the success from this game. Also, the Warriors are gonna have to, I think, make an adjustment. I think they're going to have to start looking at somebody like Kuminga. They need somebody else that can play some type of defense, like with length.
It's the rebounds for me.
It was a lot of – they had plus 16. Boston was plus 16. That's too many.
Why does Jaylen Brown have 8 or 9 rebounds?
Yeah, makes no sense. No sense.
They were beating the Warriors to the 50-50 balls. I don't think it was a lack of hustle.
So that's the thing. You got 15 rebounds on offensive glass for the Boston Celtics. I mean, that right there, that's a lot of second chance points, and that's a lot of opportunities. So Boston did great on the glass. Robert Williams, Al Horford, man. I mean, that was a big turn in the game. Those offensive boards, it changed the game.
They got a lot of open shots. I feel like the Boston caught on to the screen passes. You know, the double screen passes from either Clay or it be Steph Curry. You know, that's their bread and butter. You know, they're the shooters. So you know, if you give them a fraction of a time to look at the basket, they're gonna make that shot. And they just started playing better defense. Like I haven't yet to see, you know. This is my first time seeing Boston actually step up defensively to, you know, what they're doing and stuff like that. And like a lot of teams can't cover that. They were talking about it in the game, how you got to be, you got to be on Clay when he gets that screen
up
pass.
on the screens.
You can't be under him because he gonna nail that every time. You know what I'm saying?
Every time Horford would switch on to him, or Grant Williams.
It was Horford getting 8 the most.
Yeah, but it's just like every time they would switch on them screens, Steph Curry was pulling up from anywhere because there wasn't even past the 3-point line. You got to be past the 3-point line.
Yeah.
You got to be You got to be bothering him 24/7, and then you got to get lucky if he misses the shot, no matter what.
Well, that's why they took Horford out for that extended period when they put the def lineup in. Hey, Goat, I actually want to ask you a question about the def lineup. They went on a quick 8-0 run in the 3rd. They scored like 8 points in 37 seconds. They did real good in the 4th, but we saw the deficiencies of the def lineup in the 4th quarter where they couldn't get a damn defensive nor offensive rebound. Do you think they should stick with the def lineup, or do you think Steve Kerr should go more conventional to box Boston?
I think so. You talking about the Golden State Warriors going into the def?
Yeah, where they have all guards out there with Draymond.
See, I don't think you could play that way with Boston. I feel like they need to get some height out there because either way, Boston's going to have out one of the Williams and Horford, or however they're going to do that.
They killed them when they had the Williams twins out there with them in the 4th quarter. They were beating them up.
Who's going to stop them on offense? I mean, I think, honestly, both of them combined with the way Draymond's been playing, I feel like they're eating Draymond. They're going toe-to-toe with Looney, but Looney's just not that guy defensively yet. He's good
not in the perimeter. Yeah, I think that's asking Looney a lot to step out to 22 feet and guard Tatum one-on-one.
Yeah, and the stuff that Green, like you guys both said, Ro and Earl, you know, Golden State's not gonna get away with some of the stuff they got away with in Golden State. This is Boston now. We taking it. I try to explain it to my bro here. It's a different dynamic now. Now Boston may get calls that they wasn't getting, and it's to their advantage. But I feel like, hey, Boston should have had a lot more calls, but they didn't get them. I mean,
Look who's officiating them.
Yeah, it was a Scott Foster crew tonight.
Listen, look. So Scott Foster in one of his dudes that was officiating with him. I don't remember his name, but the last 5 games they've refereed together for a Warriors game. The last 5 games, Draymond has been ejected in each of those 5 games. The last 5 games.
Yeah,
they're not gonna.
I mean, we know about Scott Foster. Chris Paul's lost 17 straight Scott Foster officiating.
It might be more than that, but yeah,
that's crazy. I mean, Draymond, I applaud him for getting in the head.
I think he's playing solid. He didn't have a good game tonight.
No, not playing solid.
He didn't have on the defensive end.
You call that solid? Say it again.
15 points, 15 fouls.
Look, yes, I call it, and 9 arguments, 4 people pissed off, a coach drawing a technical, count all that. 15 hockey assists, 38 screens.
Bottom line, that shit is not riding in Boston. They don't give no.
I think Draymond will adjust. He's gonna do his podcast. He's gonna study his film. He's gonna go to the gym. He's gonna lift some weights, and he's going to adjust in Game 4.
It's Boston,
just like he adjusted in Game 2. Draymond's not done yet.
Yeah, just like they adjusted that hoop. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely adjustments that need to be made.
I felt like he played good D on Tatum, though. Draymond. Tatum was terrible through 3, basically.
Tatum didn't do a good job handling the ball this game. He wanted the ball either off screen or with a smaller defender on him. Like, anytime he had Otto Porter and sometimes Wiggins, he was just like, I'm just going to dribble up a little bit, then I'm going to pass the ball. He wasn't trying to do nothing. Like, when he had Steph on him, that's who he wanted. He wanted Steph Curry on him, a smaller defender, so he can try to drive through him. When he has somebody his size on him, he doesn't want to play him. He's acting scared with the ball.
Yeah, and
so that's what he gives to the better ball handlers. Gives it to Marcus Smart, Brown.
And White had Curry on lock.
White's a good defender, but Curry.
White is a good defender, but White.
I think
Curry.
The Warriors got more problems stopping them when they put Curry in them screen and rolls. I think that's more of a problem. It's the Warriors defensively. I think their offense is fine. I think they're scoring enough points to beat Boston. They just can't let Boston go on these crazy 4th quarter runs.
No, I agree with Earl. You know, I think that Tatum, I was disappointed a little early with Tatum and frustrated because I thought he could have played a lot better. And, he's supposed to be the star player of the team. And, this game, it seemed like Brown was heating up and he was the star of the team tonight. But Tatum kind of recovered and got back playing well. But he had 9 attempts from the 3-point line, and he only made 3. He had 33% from the 3-point line, so I think he should do a little bit better. But
for Brown, I wouldn't be worried too much about his 3-point percentage.
No, it was Tatum.
Tatum was 30, but even Brown, because Brown's gonna put them things up. Brown's gonna shoot them threes. He's going to shoot like 10, 12.
But Tatum
Tatum as well, though. They put up a high volume of threes. I think you kind of have to beat Golden State. That's another reason why those shots don't fall. They fell in the 4th quarter in this game. They didn't fall in Game 2. They fell in Game 1. They're making tough shots. Golden State's not like giving them the shots they gave them in Game 1. It's not that situation this time.
75% of the teams that win Game 1 win the series, and over 80% teams win when they win Game 3
on a split. Those numbers are factual.
So let's Earl, we on the right track.
Weird. Kind of seems like a money flowing early.
I have another stat that I keep saying in every episode that people seem to keep forgetting about. because it hasn't happened yet. The Warriors, this current team, they have won a road playoff game in 26 straight playoff series. No matter what happens on Friday night, this series is not over. Boston is only 2 games over 500 at home in this playoffs. Go ahead, go. Hit me.
No, I just need to win Game 6 when they come back to Boston because it's going to 7. And
No matter what happens Friday night, this series is not over. I'm already on record saying a split in both places. I've missed every game that Boston won. Yep. So I picked the Warriors 3 straight times right now. So I've missed every game that Boston's won, but I'm predicting a split. I'm not backing off. I'm not backing off Warriors in 7.
Who was that one dude that came back from 3-1 in the series?
That was LeBron James. But more so, who was it against? So if anybody knows that it's possible, we all know. If anybody knows that coming back, I don't even want to put that mojo in the air. I don't want to put that.
If you're depending on that,
set that one up.
If you depend on, I'm letting you know right now, Speedy. If you depending on that, you are crap out of luck.
I'm not.
If Boston wins this next game,
you think it's over? It's done. Put a fork in it.
Golden State's in a predicament if they lose this one. 26 straight road wins in playoff series. 26 straight series. Excuse me.
I don't see Boston beating the Warriors twice
in a row.
Like
I do.
You're gonna have to prove.
I said it was
wrong.
I said it was a split. It's gonna be a split.
I as well.
They're definitely going to bounce back. They're definitely going to bounce back. Don't count the Warriors out. I don't care what type of game they had. You cannot count these guys. They got way too many weapons.
Don't count Dre out.
Long range weapons.
Don't count Dre out.
It's been a lot of different predicaments, and it's gonna be always a time where you're gonna be surprised and shocked, and your eyeballs are gonna be wide open, and you'll be like, "Really? I didn't see this even happening." This is gonna be one of those things. You guys
these games have been pretty unpredictable.
I said the same thing in game 2. I can't believe this is happening. This is a complete blowout. This is not the Boston that won game 1.
Right.
This is a completely, totally different team. So
the only thing I have
is off nights, and it was 31 points blowout. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there. You know what I'm saying? Compared to this 16 win. Not saying that Boston didn't do their shit. The dub's a dub. I don't care how many points you win by. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I don't see them coming together, regardless of they in Boston or not. You know what I'm saying? Even Boston got the fluke in Golden State. So, that's just bound to happen. I'm definitely saying it's a split. It's definitely going to game 7, and Golden State will be your finals champion.
Fluke or better at basketball?
I said what I said.
Better in the 4th. I'll give them better in the 4th. Better in the 4th. The Warriors have a few decisions they're going to have to make. They need to figure out why, or they need to figure out if they're going to give Looney some second half minutes. I think they need to look at it. They need to look at giving Kuminga some minutes. Just because Steph and Poole are getting destroyed when they're getting targeted on defense. And that is the only problem that the Warriors are having in the 4th quarter, stopping the Celtics. Other than that, the Celtics defense is keeping them in games. The offense is keeping them winning the game that they won. But the 3rd quarters are still being controlled by Golden State. Until that changes, they're always in every game. And that's not a good look for Boston, because you let a team hang around, they figure out how to penetrate your defense and what your weak spot is. Robert Williams has also only played good every other game. He played his ass off tonight? Will his knee be able to respond off only 1 day rest instead of 2? He's real hurt right now. I know we know that.
Williams duo, the Williams duo fucked them up. I ain't gonna lie, fuck Golden State up. We got that height out there and stuff like that, getting those rebounds, those dunks, and all that. You know, just
they worked harder than him.
Yeah, attacking the paint.
You're not going. Go ahead.
No, you good, bro. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you can't get anywhere within 15 feet of the goal. You gotta watch out, bro, because that's why they call him. That's why they call him the Time Lord, because he stops the time and he's gonna get to you and he's gonna block that shot, just like he did on Steph Curry's little floater he was trying to do.
Yeah, he sure did.
Third row.
Warriors fans,
Matumbo, that shit. Don't do
they
that.
They call him Time Lord because he missed his press conference when he was a rookie. But I tried to let that slide. He is controlling the block. He is controlling the block. But come on, go.
Listen, hold on.
Why you have to do me like that right now, man?
No. I read something, bro. So I didn't know why they called him Time Lord. So I read something. Literally, I swear to God, last night I still got to put up on my fucking Safari. They call it. So they have 2 reasons why they call him Time Lord. One was that the exact reason you said, and the reason it stuck is because all of his teammates was saying like, "Oh, we're gonna call you. We're gonna keep the Time Lord because just like you stop in time and getting to the ball no matter where it's at on the court to get the block." That's what I read. It was an official little piece.
No, he's earned it. That is the Time Lord. That is the Time Lord. He's an intimidating inside presence. The Warriors are gonna have to. Poole has to beat him when they switch and they get that switch on offense. And Poole has the ball. Poole has to beat those bigs. Robert Williams is better than Jordan Poole. I don't care what anybody says. I know what my eyes are telling me. But with that being said, like Jordan Poole did on that play in the third quarter where he hit him with the oopsie daisy and hit him with the fake and went up on him as a night. That's what Jordan Poole does. Look, he's playing so odd and timid. If you guys go back and look at his 5 possessions, his first 5 possessions where he catches the ball at the top of the play in the third quarter. He's looking to pass. He's open on like 3 of the 5 possessions. Normally, Jordan Poole put the shit up. He has to get relaxed and stop playing like it's the NBA Finals. Jordan Poole is pressing. He's not comfortable. When he has space, he's not utilizing it. By the time he tries to say, okay, I'm going to get into the rhythm of this game, Marcus Smart's in his breath. He's in his grill piece. He's in his teeth.
And there's no way to play like it's not the NBA Finals because when you're in Boston, you get nervous and you can't hear nothing and you can't play it.
You're playing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what I really think is going to be a shock. You got everybody. You know, of course they expect Golden State to win the next game, but what if they don't win the next game?
They're in trouble.
I mean, they're in major trouble. I mean, it's a state emergency. Call whoever you want to call. Call the sheriffs in every state. Get them all together and see what we can do.
I think they just got to call Jordan Kuminga.
This is
Jonathan Kuminga. Excuse me. I think they just got to call Jonathan Kuminga. To be honest, they just need a little bit of wing defense.
And Steve Kerr,
he's gonna make a difference. I expect to see him. I expect to see Kuminga soon. I expect to see less Iguodala. I expect to see a little bit of Kuminga.
Well, just like the announcers were saying, it was like it's interesting. We see him going with Iguodala right here, and not one of the younger guys. They literally, that's exact words that came out of their mouth was just like, "Where's the younger guys? Where are we playing?"
People are getting on Draymond. Where's the 2015 Finals MVP at? Like Andre Iguodala, it has been a waste of space. Every possession on the floor, he's been out there. He has not. He's a slow defender. He can't make an open jump shot. He's not the same guy he was 2 seasons ago, much less when he was winning his first championships with the Warriors 8 years ago when he was Finals MVP. I feel like it's just time to go to Kuminga.
It's just time. It's just
Kaminga,
time.
Moses Moody, all of them, all the young guys, get them out there, get them some playing time in the
Moody
finals.
might be too young for this finals, but
I think Kaminga's too young for the finals, for this finals.
Kaminga has the utensils.
You
He has the tools, though. He has the tools.
You saying it's time for Kaminga, but honestly, it's really just time to go home. I mean,
no, the Warriors just need somebody to help supplant when they put Steph on the bench. That's all they need.
That's all it is. It's just really time to go home. I mean, Boston Celtics is the best defensive team in the league, and they've been showing that, hey, Golden State Warriors is the second best defensive team in the league, but somehow y'all 2 is nowhere near Boston's 1. I mean, Golden State is maybe like a B on D, and Golden State is like a B on D, and Boston is like an A plus. I mean, they're not even close. I mean, defense is not even close.
Golden State's an A minus.
It sounds good.
It sounds good.
It's not even close.
It sounds real good.
Golden State number 2.
Sounds good. You know
we got a few more minutes left. Anybody got anything like they want to close with? Hit me with it.
I don't know if I want to close. I'm not saying I'm gonna close with it, but do you guys know that Smart, Tatum, and Brown is the first trio to have 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists since Magic Johnson and them?
I did not know that.
What do you want? A standing ovation?
Earl's
they did it against your Warriors.
Yeah,
Earl start clapping right now. Come on.
Yeah, all of that. Earl's the GOAT.
Come on, man.
I don't see. When's the last time that was Steph Curry, Draymond, and Clay, or
what are you talking about?
Steph Curry, Clay, and Jordan Poole was 25 5.
Steph Curry broke a record in Game 1.
In the first quarter of Game 1, by the way.
In the first quarter of Game 1.
Because he's played in 9 years worth of NBA playoffs and has 3.
Now he played in 9 years and all.
Yeah.
It took 3 of y'all people. It took 3 people just to achieve something. We talking about one individual.
It's a trio.
Don't hate on the stat. Don't hate on the stat. Don't hate on the stat, bro.
I can't. Well, where was y'all at Game 2? Is what I'm talking about.
I was right here. I was right here.
Looking sad.
You was here, but you was sad.
No, go been working. You got a legitimate excuse.
Hey, I missed the whole first half of this game because
don't get cocky now. Is all we saying.
Yeah, we been
points.
We telling y'all that. I mean, because y'all won Game 2 and Warriors in 5 and Warriors are gonna be killing us.
Nobody here
said it. I have
nobody in this podcast has said that. You know what I'm saying? Probably the person that was in the other podcast said that. But he ain't here now.
But we
Dupree, Jamoy, we looking for y'all. Y'all talk about Warriors in 5.
He's missing. I showed up. I bit the bullet on this. I bit the bullet. I knew
me too. Right.
And
Warriors in 7.
I gotta go in here and say something.
I mean,
Game two. I was talking major crap. You damn right. It was over by the third quarter. It was embarrassing.
Who don't feel good?
We'll be back Friday night.
It feels.
Hey, they had jet
good.
lag.
Who don't feel good after a win?
They
Who
had
don't feel
jet
good?
lag.
Oh, you ain't shit.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Speedy Live, we're right here. I am the host of the Speedy Show, live all the time on YouTube. I'd like for you guys to please like and subscribe. This is my bro, JStar606 on TikTok. And we bringing y'all the hottest sports content coming out right now. And we're on a goal to get to 100 subscribers. And we're just asking for everybody to help us out. So like and subscribe, The Speedy Show, presented by Fan TV on YouTube. Thank you. Let's get it. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is The Speedy Show, and we got to pay a couple bills right now, but we'll be right back. Keep all the receipts. This is the receipt saga, baby. Speedy Show. Forward.